Okay, now that you have your post set up, buried below grade, most likely below your frost line, you got a sturdy structure to go with, beam. Now you're gonna take your string, kind of hard to see. You're gonna use just a little level to check your strain level. You're gonna do that to 4 posts, and that's gonna give you your line so that you're gonna know where your level is going from one beam to the other. Once you get all 4 lined up, it's hard to see the strain in this video, but if you look, you get the strains, then you can start working them, get it all roped out, and then start finding your level before you start putting any joists up or securing the post where you want them. The most important part is your main post, making sure that they are plumb and nice and level. These are the ones that are secured down in the concrete, that won't move. That way every other beam that you're going to attach to it, you have something to work from that is level, so you can start working all your lines. Time to get ripping. We're going to start making our logs that we can put up there as secure beams. For this project, we are going to use the lumber that we already have that's dead on the ground. That way it's already been weathered and seasoned a little bit. So the first steps, sorry I'm out of breath, run the chainsaw, create a trail. That way we can start hauling the logs out, get them back over to where the tree house is. Once you have all the strings level, you can step back at a distance, and when you look up, they'll all disappear into each other. So that's once you get it all square and level, the lines will intersect each other when you look across them. Okay, so realized I'm one person. I'm never gonna get a 20-foot beam up here because I don't have a crane. So we're going to put in center ones. So we're gonna put in 4 more posts. Middle is 16, sides are 20. So we're gonna put them in an 8-foot and 10-foot. We did notice one thing, that post has a lot of warp to it. So we're gonna have to be playing with that and basically go off of level. But we got about 3 inches in there we gotta deal with. This one's perfectly 20 foot away, and that one at different points is 3 inches shy. So we'll work with that. We're gonna go off of here because these are the ones that are the strongest. So we're gonna go 10 foot off there, 8 foot off here, put up the rope on the sides so that, as you can see, where I first put my nail to mark the 8 foot, that's not where we'd want the front of the 4x4. So the rope just gives you an idea so that you can get them flush. And you can see these 4x4s are reused and some of them twisted and everything else. So, you know, that's what we're going to work with when we cut the beams to go onto it. So not a huge deal. You just need to be aware and know what you're working with. So that everything's square when you're done. We're basically going off of level and measuring to make sure that it's truly the 16 by 20, but somehow that guy did not cooperate after the cement settled. All right, thanks. So check again on your line. Make sure you're making it wide enough so you're gonna get that 4x4 in there. We're gonna wanna go back a little more. Don't worry so much about up here, because what's not moving is the ones you've already cemented in. So we need to get that face, no matter how twisted that board is, and we'll show you some ways to work with that here in a minute. We're gonna tackle that one, because that's the one that I said is our problem. That's off by about 3 inches. So we wanna get that level before we start putting up any beams. All right, so working on that treble post. So I had some of these straps. They're used for hooking up hammocks that I got for $1. So we attached those to some trees, made some simple pulleys, and pulled it back to level. Don't forget, with your level, you want the bubble to be in between the lines, like for perfectly level. But if you're having any of this as a deck, you want a little bit of a grade, otherwise you end up with pockets of water. So don't forget, you want it to drain. Okay, there you go. Earlier today I said something about drainage and the level. I was referring to as you build the decking part, not the up and down part. That's your plumb, and you do want those straight in the middle of the bubble, so that they don't sway or anything like that. Okay, now for the faint of heart. First I chinked it out with the chainsaw, then finished it out with the chisel. We'll see how it goes up. So they appear like they line up pretty close. There are 2 openings. Let's see how it goes. I lied. We weren't even close. So I just used a handsaw. Trim it down. It was about 1 inch off. And then we'll chunk those out with the chisel. We'll go from there. For safety, I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. So that kind of gives me a shelf to hold the beam up while I check the fit. Since I'm here by myself. There's a few ways you could do it, but that should hold up enough just to kind of let me set it in there gently. I just realized something. If this beam is gonna go next to it, it's gonna go right over there. And we can save some time by going ahead and making that wide enough for it to fit up next to it. So it'd be easier to do this on the ground than up there. So, all right, we'll do that first. All right, you get to see with me whether this fits or not. It does fit. I also stuck the board on the wrong side to support it, so I need to fix that sooner than later. All right. I think I figured out the best way to put this up. We're gonna use a ratchet strap.